3 minutes. Show. Okay.
So she is reading this part.
She should be starting any minute now. Bonnie, are we live?
We're just going live now. So, hello, this Grandma Reads a Story, and we have the foster grandparents program of Oakland County, sponsored by Catholic Charities of Southeast Michigan. In the Pontiac Public Library, we're going to enjoy a story today. Grandma Reads a Story, and today we have Grandma Sonetta with us. And so the first story is called Agnes, When Agnes Calls.
Hi, I'm Grandma Sonetta, and I'm so excited to be with you guys today. All right, friends, let's get started. Grandma is going to read you a story. This is a story concerning birds, but it's very good. Golden-fronted leaf bird. Although this bird is common and well known, it is difficult to spot because of its extreme shyness, the tendency to keep to the top of the trees. The next bird is blue-footed booby, found only in the Pacific coast of the Americas. These birds have an external courtship ritual in which, like soldiers, they march proudly. The next bird is a pheasant, found in almost every part of the world. This bird spends most of its time walking or running on its strong legs. When startled, it rockets into the air, then glides into hiding. The next bird, this is a great hornby, found in parts of Africa and Asia. This large, ponderous-looking bird has a prominent ridge, oh my goodness, of horns on its large bill. It hops about in a clownish manner while catching its food in mid-air. The next bird is a grouse. This heavy-bodied chicken-like bird roams through grass and forests of Europe, Asia, and North America, looking for seeds and insects to eat. A favorite with hunters, it makes a whirling sound as it captures great speed and agility. Can you see the pictures?
Yeah, we can see those pictures. Wow.
Okay. The author of this book is Candace Fleming. And now we begin our story. Agnes Pettigrew, daughter of the well-known ornithologist Professor Overton Pendergrass, was a real bird brain. At the age of 3, Agnes could do courtship dance of the blue-footed booby. At the age of 5, she could imitate the flight of the yellow-bellied sapsucker. What a name, huh?
Oh, wow.
There's the picture. But it wasn't until Agnes was 8 that her greatest skill was revealed. 2 days into the bird watching trip to Bono, a shriek pierced the jungle air. Kawah! Kawah! Agnes' mother, Professor Pendergrass, whipped around her binoculars. "Did you hear that?" she whispered. It was the call of the golden-fronted leaf bird. "You mean this?" asked Agnes. "Kawah! Kawah! Eek, eek, eek." Out of thin air, a flock of leaf birds flittered to the ground. "Why, Agnes," declared her mother, "you have a true talent for bird calling." "I do," whooped Agnes. "I really do."
Wow, amazing.
It is. Agnes practiced her skills wherever she went. On the African savannah, she called great-boned Hornsby. "Hee, hee, hee." In the rainforest of New Guinea, she called sulfur-crested cockatoos. "Cha-cha, cha-cha, what, what?" And in the swamps of the Everglades, she called sharp, big snake birds, "Shaka, shaka, shaka." In New York City's Central Park, she called ruby-throated hummingbirds. Boy, she could call them pretty good, couldn't she?
Wow, that's amazing.
Agnes' talent made bird watching easy. It also made news. Reporters, photographers, nature lovers all went a whitter over the little girl. But the greatest honor came from the World Bird Society. Its members voted to send the pentagrams in search of the rarest, most elusive bird of all, the pink-headed duck. I hope my friends can see the pictures really good.
Yeah, I think they can. I can.
Okay.
I'm hopeful.
Buying that duck will be a challenge, Professor Pendergrass explained. It hasn't been seen in decades. Bet I can call it, said Agnes, and I bet it will come. There's only one problem, admitted her mother. No one knows what the pink-headed duck sounds like. Then I'd better get quacking, replied Agnes. And she wobbled a round of duck calls. Meanwhile, on the other side of the Atlantic, Colonel Edwin Pittsnaps, avid bird collector, sat in his country manor house. All around him were the spoils of his many hunts. Grouse were mounted above the mantel. Pheasants under glass served as end tables. Every nook and cranny was crammed with dead birds, and Penninap craved more. Now the colonel opened his newspaper and read about the Pendergrass. A pink-headed duck, he hissed. I so long to get my hands on one of those, but how? A crooked idea came to him. It's deliciously crafty, he crackled. It's superbly cunning. I'm sure it'll work. And rubbing his hands over his dastardly plan, he hurried to pack. Oh, he sounds quite mean, doesn't he?
Oh, he sure does. Oh, what's he gonna do?
Wow. Whatever it is, it's not gonna be good, I bet. The Pendergrass also packed. Then they set off on their track. By ship, by train, by yak. Until at last they reached the far-off slopes of the Himalaya Mountains, home of the rare pink-headed duck. As soon as they pitched camp, Agnes started calling. Little did she know that cleverly hidden on the nearby slope, Colonel Pittsnap watched and waited. Such a villain. Day after disappointing day, Agnes called. Dozens of birds answered, but at last, not one pink-headed duck. This is for the birds, Agnes hollered. Fed up, and she kicked a sharp rock. Ouch! Ooh, ouch! Ooh, ouch! Ooh, oh, drat, she cried, rubbing her stubbed foot. Ouch! Ooh, ouch! Ooh, click, click. The Pendergrass looked up. Overhead flew the rare, the elusive, Oh, did I show the picture? No. Okay. Can you see it? I hope my
Yeah.
friends can see it.
Yeah. See, yeah, you gotta hold. Yep, good.
She's looking through that binocular. Overhead through the rare pink-headed, okay, pink-headed duck. The little duck flapped to the ground. Wow, whispered mother and daughter. Now, whispered Colonel Pitty Snap. He reached for his net. Squish! Awoo! Cried the duck. At last crowed Colonel Pitty Snap. He darted away with his catch. The Penguins were stunned. Where'd he come from? Agnes asked. No idea, said her mother. Hey, Agnes yelled, that's my duck. And she charged after him. Agnes, cried her mother. She charged after her daughter. It wasn't long before Agnes found herself on a distant slope, closing in on Colonel Pitsnap. Boldly, she stepped into view. Hand over that duck, she demanded. Colonel Pitsnap jumped. He smiled a fake smile. My, what a surprise, he said in an oily voice. I came to capture the pink-headed duck and by chance caught the golden-throated bird caller too. The colonel threw back his head and laughed wickedly. Then starting staring hard at Agnes, he demanded, call some birds for my collection. I won't, cried Agnes. You can't make me. Colonel Pitty Snap's nostrils flared. I have ways of making you squawk, he hissed. And he took a step toward the small girl. By the look on his face, Agnes knew he meant business. There was only one thing to do.
Wow.
I wonder what she's gonna do. Oh. Crawl, squeak, shake, 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 woo, kibble, hoop, whack, hack-a-diddle-doo, tee, shake-shake-shoo, woo, 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 kibble, gobble, gobble, shake-a-choo, pee-pee-pee, she cried in a winged beat, and from all corners of the world, the birds replied, hundreds and hundreds of them. They rose from the roost. They soared through the sky, and with a camping of angry cries, they surrounded the colonel. You little fools, screamed Penny Snap. You called too many. He swiped at the feathered air, but the birds refused to leave. Ground buzzed him. Pheasants bombarded him. Round and around the birds swirled, nipping, poking, pecking, squalling. Round and around jumped Colonel Petty Snap, weaving, swatting, crouching, doubling, and watching it all. Watching it all was Agnes. Oh my goodness. Look at these birds. They're doing them in, aren't they?
Wow.
I don't think it's gonna turn out like he wanted. Suddenly, into the fay came Professor Pettigrew. Agnes, she cried, what happened? He asked me to call the birds, answered Agnes, so I did. And that moment, the bird pet colonel let out a tremendous ah! And made a mad dash down the mountain. The birds swarmed after him. Oh my goodness. Professor Pettigrew turned to Agnes. Well done, she praised. Thanks, Ma, said Agnes. But the birds really did it. Gently, they untangled the pink-headed duck from the net. Clack, said the duck, ruffling his feathers. Clack, said Agnes. Then paddling on wobbly feet, the web flying reached the speed. The pink-headed duck took to the air and winged his way over the horizon. Wow, said Agnes.
Wow.
He's flying away.
Oh,
That was quite good.
yes, that was a neat, when all those sounds that you made, Sonata, you made it the bird sounds so appealing, I thought, boy, I'd love to know how to make all the different bird sounds. And you know what? I found that you can go to audubon.org and you can you can listen to the sounds of birds. And so the kids, if they wanted to, could listen to what the different bird sounds are, and then maybe they could try to copy them, and maybe they could try to figure out which birds are around them, in their around their house, or on this, the birds in the street,
Right.
or anywhere. Wouldn't that be cool? Or in a
That
park?
would be very cool. I want to read about the pink-headed duck. This duck once inhabited areas of India and Nepal, but because of its unusual eye-catching color, it was overhunted and quickly became rare. The last official sighting was in 1936, but in the 1960s, a group of bird watchers claimed to have spotted one in Tibet.
Oh, wow.
Today, bird experts think the pink-headed duck is extinct.
Oh.
Still, they keep their binoculars peeled just in case. Isn't that fascinating?
It is. That's fascinating.
Wow.
Bird watching is actually a pretty popular activity that's for a lot of people. So, yeah.
Yes, it is. And here's one that's kind of different too, the yellow-bellied sapsucker. This North American bird drills holes in the bark of a tree with its beak, then uses its long bush-like tongue to feed on the sap.
Wow.
Wow. And here's one, a snake bird. Common to the Florida Everglades, this bird dives beneath the open waters of the marsh, where it uses its long, sharp beak to spear fish. Oh, wow. And that ruby-throated hummingbird. Oh. This tiny bird's wings beat so fast that they sound like the hum of a bee. Otherwise soundless, hummingbirds exist around North America. Though the ruby-throated variety can be found only in the East. All this is fascinating. Well, Kim, I
Got
hope
some comments. I just want to let you know you got some comments. One of your comments says that you're the best.
Oh!
Another comment says that they want to see more of the pictures of the birds, and they say maybe you could take your mask off because it's kind of muffled a little bit.
Right.
Those are our comments.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you for the comments. Oh, can you see this? I want them to see this pink-headed duck. Can they?
Yeah, if you hold it still, it's easier because the camera adjusts to so it's
Right.
the bottom of the bottom there. Okay.
Yeah, can you see it?
Okay. Yeah, and you can also check this book out at Pontiac Public Library. We're going to be returning it next week, so you could read it to yourself. And actually, I'm not sure we'll have time to read the second book because we've enjoyed this book so much.
I didn't mean to take up so much time, but this is actually a fascinating book.
Yes, it is.
Oh.
It is. And do you enjoy other favorite bird songs that you enjoy in Michigan?
Yes. Well, we know the robin redbreast, the cardinal. Has anybody seen a cardinal? Do you know what a cardinal looks like? Now they're red. They're all red. And I like birds. I do.
So somebody could in their chat, they could tell us what kind of birds they like, and we'll, and they can also
we have a lot of
love to hear what their
too.
favorite birds are. So, yeah. So this is Earth Day. So the stories are about one of the creatures, of course, birds on the earth. And so the other book that we didn't get a chance to read is called Earth Dance. It is a pretty quick book, but maybe we'll get a chance to read it another day. So what was your favorite part of the story, Sonata? Grandma Sonata? Sonata.
When the birds were attacking him. They were swarming him because he was just gonna do mean things, and he thought he was gonna get away with it. But not so. And I thought it was cute how she called the birds. He told her to call the birds,
I know.
and she did. This was a cute story. I really enjoyed reading this.
Okay. Well, I'm
I'm
glad.
gonna read this to my grandkids.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Yeah. Well, so glad that you were here today, Grandma Sonata. And I guess I keep saying Sonata because it's like a song, right? Sonata. Hear all those bird songs. I keep going Sonata.
Well, I have really enjoyed myself reading to the friends. I really enjoyed this.
Okay. Well,
This is a very good program.
yeah. And I hope that our children and are out there take a listen. It's really cool. I've done story times before where I showed the recording of the cuckoo bird. You ever hear the cuckoo bird?
Right.
It goes cuckoo, cuckoo. So that would be, and people to actually hear the birds, it's just so neat. And it's to me it's ear candy. All the different songs, some
yes,
and some in the hawks
right.
and they sound so awful and the crows, so
Well, I've enjoyed it, and I hope my friends enjoyed it as much.
well, apparently they did. So we'll be back next week with Grandma Reads a Story. We'll have another delightful grandma, although you've done a great job. I'm really glad you were here today.
Oh, thank you so
Sonata.
much. I was glad to be asked to do it today. I really enjoyed it.
Okay, so goodbye, everyone. I'm hoping you have a healthy and happy and Earth Day, and remember to be kind to all of God's creatures, right? And all of the creatures on the earth. Goodbye.
Bye.